Hi, this is Dan from DIY Domination. Have you ever thought about building your own deck? Picture yourself lounging on a summer day, grilling with friends, or just enjoying the tranquility of your own outdoor space. A deck is a wonderful addition to any home, adding value and creating an inviting space for leisure or entertainment. The satisfaction of constructing your own deck? Priceless. This video offers a step-by-step guide to help you navigate this rewarding do-it-yourself project. Ready to start? Let's dive into our first step: planning. By the way, if you like this video and want to see more videos with advice on home improvement and renovation, make sure to click the subscribe button and become part of the DIY Domination community today. Proper planning is the first and most crucial step in building a deck. It's about more than just deciding where to put it. It's about understanding why you're building it. Is it for entertaining guests, soaking up the sun, or perhaps a quiet space for relaxation? Your purpose will guide you in determining the size and location of your deck. Next, you'll want to check your local building codes. These codes can influence many aspects of your deck's design, such as its height, the spacing between railings, and more. Make sure to obtain any necessary permits before you start building. When choosing a location for your deck, consider factors like sun exposure, privacy, and accessibility. You'll want a place that meets your needs and enhances your outdoor space. Now that we have a plan, let's move on to the design phase. Designing your deck allows you to personalize it to your needs and preferences. Let's dive into the world of design where creativity meets practicality. Start by sketching a rough design. This doesn't have to be an architectural masterpiece, but it should indicate the dimensions and features of the deck. Is it going to be a rectangle, square, or an irregular shape? This gives you an idea of how much space you'll be working with and how to maximize it. Then consider the deck's shape and the style of the railing. These are essential elements that will impact the overall look and feel of the deck. Don't forget about additional features. Are you thinking about adding stairs, built-in benches, or perhaps a shaded area for those hot summer days? Incorporate these elements into your design. The key here is to blend functionality with aesthetics. With our design ready, it's time to gather our materials and tools. Having the right materials and tools is essential for a successful build. Let's dive right in. Decking material is the first thing to consider. It can range from natural wood options like pine, cedar, or redwood to synthetic materials such as composite or PVC. Each has its own unique benefits and drawbacks. Choosing the right one depends on your budget, aesthetic preferences, and maintenance capabilities. Next up, tools. You'll need a circular saw for cutting the materials, a drill for making holes, a level to keep things straight, and a tape measure for accurate dimensions. Don't forget your safety gear, including gloves, safety glasses, and a hard hat. These will protect you during the construction process. Also, remember to gather all your materials ahead of time to keep the workflow smooth and uninterrupted. Plan, prepare, and arm yourself with the right tools. Now that we have our materials and tools, we can start laying out our deck. Laying out our deck and excavating are the first steps in bringing our design to life. Let's kick things off by marking the deck's perimeter. This involves placing stakes at each corner of our deck's future location. We then connect these stakes using string. This gives us a clear visual of where our deck will sit in our space. Now here's a pro tip. To ensure our deck's lines are straight and angles are right, we'll use a simple yet effective tool called batter boards. These are temporary wooden frameworks that we set up outside the corners of our deck layout. By stretching strings between these batter boards, we can adjust our layout lines easily and accurately. This will ensure our deck is perfectly square and level. Next, we move on to excavation. This is where we dig holes for the support posts. The depth and diameter of these holes will depend on your local building codes, so make sure to check those first. Generally though, they should be deep enough to go below the frost line and wide enough to support the load of the deck. Once our holes are dug, we're ready to set our posts. We do this by pouring concrete into the holes. It's important to mix the concrete according to the manufacturer's instructions to ensure it sets properly. Notice that we have two options here. We can either insert post anchors into the wet concrete, or we can set the posts directly into the concrete. The choice between these two methods will often depend on the type of deck we're building and the specific requirements of our local building codes. After pouring the concrete, we'll use a level to make sure our posts or anchors are perfectly vertical. Then, we'll let the concrete cure for the recommended time before moving on to the next step. With our posts in place, we're ready to start constructing the frame. Remember, patience and precision are key during these early stages. The time we invest here will pay off later with a sturdy, well-built deck that we can enjoy for years to come. Building a sturdy frame is key to a safe and durable deck. Let's dive into the process. First, we'll attach ledger boards to the house. These boards are crucial as they connect the deck to your home, providing essential support. Once they're securely bolted, we can move on to the deck's skeleton, the frame itself. This frame is comprised of beams, joists, and support posts, all made from pressure-treated lumber to withstand the elements. The beams act as the backbone, supporting the weight, while joists run perpendicular to the beams, providing a base for the deck boards. The support posts, dug into the ground and set in concrete, carry the weight of the deck to the earth. Once assembled, it's vital to ensure the frame is square and level. A square frame prevents any awkward gaps or misalignments in your deck boards, while a level frame ensures a flat surface for your deck. Our frame is built, and we're ready to install our deck boards. Installing the deck boards and railings brings us one step closer to our finished deck. This is where our project starts to take shape and truly resemble the deck we've been envisioning. Let's start with the deck boards. These should be installed perpendicular to the joists. This orientation is essential because it provides the maximum support and stability for your deck. Now remember to allow for proper spacing between the boards. This is a crucial step. The space enables expansion and contraction with temperature changes and also allows for water drainage. We don't want a soggy deck, do we? Next, we move on to the railings. The railings are not just an aesthetic feature, they're a safety requirement. They prevent falls and provide something to hold on to when navigating the deck. When installing railing posts, secure them firmly to the deck frame. This will ensure they are sturdy and can support weight if leaned on. Now let's talk about the railing system. There are different styles of railings, so choose one that complements your deck design and meets your needs. Regardless of the style, make sure the railing system complies with local building codes. These codes exist to ensure safety, so don't overlook them. After installing the railing system, it's a good idea to give it a shake. This will help you confirm that it's secure. If there's any wobble, you'll need to tighten things up. Safety first, always. Installing the deck boards and railings can be a bit of a process, but it's worth the effort. These elements bring functionality and safety to your deck. Not to mention they're what make your deck look like a deck. And there we have it. Our deck is looking great. We've laid the boards, installed the railings, and our project is nearing completion. But we're not done just yet. Let's finish it off with some final touches. The final touches, inspection and maintenance are what will ensure our deck lasts for years to come. Now that all the heavy lifting is done, it's time to add those finishing touches. Start by trimming any excess deck boards. This will give your deck a neat and tidy appearance, which is especially important if you're planning on hosting any events. Next, sand the deck surface to smooth out any rough spots. This step is crucial for preventing splinters and making the deck comfortable to walk on barefoot. Once you're satisfied with the smoothness, it's time to apply a finish or sealant. This will protect the wood from the elements and help your deck last longer. Now comes the final inspection. This isn't just a formality, it's a necessary step to ensure your deck meets all local building codes and safety standards. Look for any loose boards, protruding nails, or other potential hazards. If you find any, fix them right away. And lastly, let's talk about maintenance. Regular inspection and upkeep are vital, especially if your deck is made of wood. This could include resealing or staining the deck periodically. Remember, a well-maintained deck not only looks better, but also lasts longer. Congratulations, you've built your own deck. It's time to enjoy your hard work. If you like this video, then make sure to also watch these videos for more DIY home improvement tips and tricks.